Yeah, well, I think a lot of people don't understand our core business. We're a Bitcoin treasury company. We're powered by a Bitcoin reactor. We've got $35 billion of Bitcoin and it's spinning at 100 vol. So the way we make money is we're selling the volatility and recycling it back into Bitcoin. And we're also stripping the volatility and the risk and the performance off of fixed income securities. And we're transferring that to the common stock. So our common stock is delivering 2x Bitcoin, 2x vol.
So there you have a quick excerpt from Michael Saylor, and we'll be getting more of this before this video is out. This is his latest interview on CNBC, so make sure you watch this to the end. Getting straight to the chart, looking at MicroStrategy, what do we see? What do we anticipate? So we see we bottomed out back in September, and this was down to 112. We've just been stair-stepping our way up. And the trend's your friend to the end, so you got to look at support and resistance levels. So we see a support level that's been respected multiple times, and look where this ends up at, down to around the $300 range. So if we just look what we did, we stair-stepped our way up, came down, up, came down, up, came down, came back up, down, hit our head quite a few times. We hit our head once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times in this channel, came down, actually broke through it, made a fake out, got back in the range, got back up. This was a fake out to the upside. So you said you had a fake out to the downside, fake out to the upside, came back in, and then tested the 20 moving average. And then look what happens. We hit our head once, twice, 3, 4, 5, fake out, 6, and then we finally broke through it, back test, came up, and then back test. This is just a back test. We came back and back tested this trend line perfectly all the way down to the 370, 380 range, and we bounced back up to $430. So we are now bouncing above and holding support right now from this previous trend line. And once again, the trend's your friend to the end. And if you look at below the RSI, you see we bottomed out, came down here, came back up, came back down. So we didn't come all the way back down to this area here around the 43 to 45 range in the RSI. Could we see a lower price action, maybe come back down and double bottom out of this before we have a continuation? But either way you look at it, we're still putting in higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and higher highs. And note these two previous highs, they're identical right around that 86 range. And this is an M-top, but this doesn't show us any type of divergences. So the M-top could have showed you it's coming back down to reset, but then again it could come back up and put even a higher high in or a lower high. That's when you pay attention to the divergences, what the price is doing. Right now, this is just a reset. It's a buying opportunity. The Bitcoin bros bought. Did you? And with that, I'm Sean with the Bitcoin Bros. Before we get into it, make sure you go ahead and check us out at Bitcoin Bros 101. As always, we have the learning ebooks, crash courses, all our social media and Patreon links.
Hey guys, sorry for the quick interruption, but if you're interested in trading MicroStrategy options, any other stock out there, Bitcoin, Solana, or any other crypto out there, you can now do that on MooMoo. And if you sign up with our affiliate link, which we pin in the comment section, also in the description below, when you sign up and deposit any amount, you're going to receive up to 20 free stocks, and each one of these stocks could be valued at up to $2,000. So make sure to sign up with MooMoo. Go get that free money. Now let's go ahead and get back to the video.
You can find the Bitcoin Bros links on the Patreon below. And also, if you're trying to get the free MooMoo stocks, also in the link below. Check it out. Then right now, at the current time it's recording, we're seeing Bitcoin right at 99,000, a little over 99,000. When Bitcoin dominance drops, altcoins pop. Right now, you're looking at a $99,000 Bitcoin. Will we break $10,000 today? So should you be buying Bitcoin or MicroStrategy? Look what Jim Kramer is saying.
Greg in Florida, Greg.
Booyah, Jim. How we doing?
I'm doing well. How about you, partner?
I'm doing very well. All right, so here's the deal. I've owned this stock for a long time, since 2023. I'm up over 1,000% right now. I don't plan on selling it. In fact, after today's correction, I plan on buying more. But I love what the CEO does. He's the man, the myth, the legend, Michael Saylor. The stock is MicroStrategy. What do you...
we call MSTR. We used to call that Mr. MSTR. I've got to tell you, it's a Bitcoin play. I prefer to actually own Bitcoin. I know that shit trying to put some sort of short on it. All I can tell you is own Bitcoin. That's a winner. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the conclusion of the lightning round.
So he's saying own Bitcoin, that's the winner. And one thing that you need to pay attention to, this is the inverse Kramer effect. Because he's saying own Bitcoin, really own MicroStrategy. Both are a long-term play, but MicroStrategy is not going anywhere. Jim Kramer doesn't want to give MicroStrategy its notoriety. As mentioned, right now we're trading at 434. Could we be getting ready to rally back up to the 500 range? MSTR tracker is showing that MicroStrategy is still trading around that 3 NAV premium. So if Bitcoin blasts off, MicroStrategy is definitely going to run to the upside. Without further ado, let's finish hearing from Michael Saylor.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people don't understand our core business. We're a Bitcoin treasury company. We're powered by a Bitcoin reactor. We've got $35 billion of Bitcoin, and it's spinning at 100 vol. So the way we make money is we're selling the volatility and recycling it back into Bitcoin. And we're also stripping the volatility and the risk and the performance off of fixed income securities. And we're transferring that to the common stock. So our common stock is delivering 2x Bitcoin, 2x vol. So Andrew, if you want to understand the economics of this, we generate a spread. The BTC spread we generate, it's a function of the equity premium, the convert premium, and the Bitcoin premium. The Bitcoin premium is the ARR of Bitcoin versus the US dollar. 2 weeks ago, we did 4.6 billion of an ATM. We ran it at a 70% spread. That means we made about a $3 billion BTC gain in 5 days. That would be about $12.50 a share. But over 10 years, that's $36 billion, or about $150 a share, just on that 1 week. This week, we did a convertible bond, $3 billion at an 80% BTC spread. That's a $2.4 billion gain. That's about $10 a share. But over 10 years, that's $125 a share to the shareholders. I think that the thesis of the shorts is if the premium in the equity disappears, we can't make money. What they miss is that when we actually borrow money at 6% and we invest it in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin goes up 30%, and by the way, Bitcoin's going up 60%, we're getting a 90% BTC spread, but it would be 80% BTC spread, which means the $3 billion fixed income raise in preferreds or bonds generates the same $125 a share and $30 billion over 10 years. So once you understand that, you have a different view of the company. Yeah, well, the number one risk you take is the existential risk that Bitcoin has an extinction level event and goes to zero immediately tomorrow. But every long investor in MicroStrategy is a Bitcoin maximalist or a Bitcoin believer. They've accepted that risk. Once you accept that risk, what do we expect? We expect it's going to go up 29% a year for the next 21 years. It's been going up 60% a year. So the people that are buying the equity are buying the equity because they want 2x Bitcoin, they want 2x vol. And once you accept that idea, you can see, over the last 2 weeks, Andrew, we've generated $5.4 billion in BTC gains. We're making $500 million a day. I mean, we may very well be the most profitable company in the United States. It's growing the fastest right now because there's not many companies that are making $500 million a day doing what they're doing. If you don't like Bitcoin, you don't want any piece of it. But if you like Bitcoin, then this is a monster for you.